Watching these videos, there's one thing I definitely notice about the commentary that I did during these videos. Yeah, I did try adding more, a little bit more flair, a little bit more, color commentary to it, but I noticed that I never really had the widest of vocabulary when I did commentary, especially in this test. Many times I said that, oh, they do something just nicely, or they do things well. I repeated myself a lot, especially saying just nicely or just nicely. Wait, anyway, yeah. The other thing I really like, the music with this stage. I think that I got all the music from Newgrounds with the exception of the Tay Zonday song, which I don't know. I'm still debating if that was even a good choice to use, but with the music, it's all from Newgrounds, all Creative Commons, and unlike in Test 2, I wanted to have a different song every time someone ran the course, just so it wouldn't get so monotonous. Because could you imagine in stage 1 if you heard the same song 10 times in a row? It would be annoying. But Newgrounds has got some very good variety, and it is I think it really shines in for stage 3 with these really kind of like intense songs, in my opinion. I think that they fit the stage nicely. And one thing actually I want to talk about with running the stage. Some of the competitors are wearing gloves, and the reason that they're I have no problem with that is it may partially due to any safety concerns they may have. Like these are old things, they're old wooden things, old metal things to possibly rust. You could say that it helps with their grip, but it's all about what's comfortable for them. I was pretty lenient overall. And one thing I noticed is that it appears that I have, for this video, that the little clock glitch whenever the timer was under 10 seconds was fixed. I believe what I did was, instead of creating a bunch of video segments that were 3 frames long, I created a bunch of video segments that were only 2 frames long. That way, the confusion with the next 1/10 of a second slot would not be confused.
Crosses the gap nicely.
Yeah, Monkey Gap might have been a last-minute decision, but I think it works pretty well. Other thing to start mentioning is that this was the first test where I made an effort to make barriers on the ground. What I did was I made these strips of out of computer paper. And the night before, I laid them out, and where I wanted them, I taped these patterns that you see on the ground as they're running, and it serves as the boundaries for where they're allowed to go, and where they have to land, what's considered out and in, and it made things much more defined compared to just using like a pile of leaves.
Will he become the 5th person that make it to the final stage?
Alright, I kind of alluded to this in the last part, but test subject number 42 actually, this is his 2nd run on the course, which is why you have a little transition segment right here. The reason is because I did not feel he got a fair run first time around. I won't be showing the video, but basically 2 things happened. One was the first time he ran the course, he fell on the Satan's cross, and I made him do it over, and it cost him a lot of time. And another thing is that the person doing the timekeeper kind of accidentally said that how much time there was, but he undershot it with how much time was actually left, creating the idea that he had much less time to complete the stage. Those 2 things together, I felt like wasn't fair, mainly because with test subject number 91, I allowed him to move over without actually completing Satan's Cross after he failed it just once. So, for the sake of consistency and fairness, as well as far as knowing how much time is left, I allowed him to run it again. And you know, he was tired second time around. You know, that's just bound to happen. You know, the funny thing is, if he was to drop right here, he would have been able to pass the stage. I think that's it's kind of a, you know, there was definitely too much time for this stage. I would have, maybe I would have cut it down by like a good, maybe 15 seconds.
He jumps in. Oh no! Couldn't make it in time.
You know, there's just this, or maybe I would have just increased the length of the penalties. I think that's always the biggest problem, is trying to find a balance. But sometimes it might, yeah. You know, it's an experiment. It's a there is no science to it. No, actually, I like this song. But oh wow, I really messed up the editing with the questions of this. The animation was not supposed to repeat itself. That was a huge oversight on my part. Whoa, oh god, oh my god. I can't believe I forgot that was about to happen too, because that was a very memorable moment. This was a very memorable run, now that I remember. It's funny, when that weight went flying, I gave a huge high-pitched, yeah, you can figure it out. That was extreme. Yeah, this was pretty funny. A lot of the guys were going, just at the sight of him doing that. And yeah, and I really, just based on the crowd, based on the reaction between both the weight flying and him doing that on the beam, in the commentary, I really just wanted to express the idea of what the general consensus of the crowd was, or the fellow competitors when viewing. And I think it came across. Why did the clock disappear? God, the editing on this one's a mess. Honestly.
The third stage has come, and it has also passed.
Yeah, honestly, I really like what I did with this third stage overall, especially from an obstacle standpoint. I think maybe I should have left the cardboard planks for the possum tracks, and you know, I mean, if I had to do that stage over, I would definitely change the penalty and the overall time. But you know, overall, I thought it was very good. And next time, we finally take on the final stage.